Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am very excited for this video because I am just dying to talk about all the new makeup releases. I told you guys in the last video, I can't even remember, it was like a week and a half ago, it's like when the releases pick back up, I will continue to do these more often, and oh my goodness, did the releases pick up this last week. There's been so many beautiful things, so many things I'm tempted to buy. Also, really quickly, before we jump into all the good stuff, just wanted to throw in that my voice probably sounds a little bit different just because I have had bronchitis. I'm still not feeling 100%, but I'm feeling better. I had more energy today. I didn't feel like I needed to use my inhaler. And if I sit in my bed and binge watch one more show, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. I watched Little Fires Everywhere. I'm watching Valeria. I finished Normal People. So I'm just like ready to do something other than rest. I've got some hot tea here, so hopefully my raspy voice isn't too annoying. If you are new to my channel, I'm super happy to have you here. My name is Amy. I film lots of videos all about indie makeup. I love getting to talk about small brands, so if that sounds like something you would enjoy to see more of, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you are new to this series, that's actually inspired by Angelica, Nyqvist, and Samantha March. I have both of their channels linked down below. I have all the Instagram accounts that I use to get all these pictures and info and everything like that. A lot of it does come from my account, Indie Makeup Spotlight. So if you want to see more indie news, specifically on Instagram, all about new makeup, new releases from small brands, independently owned brands, then please feel free to check Indie Makeup Spotlight out. Now let's jump on in because I feel like this is going to be a long episode. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and start off with the release that made me want to film right here, right now, because it's actually 11:30 at night and I have not filmed at night in like 6 months now, but I just got the urge because Samantha Ravandahl uploaded the reveal video of her new beauty brand. It's called Glow by Auric and it's launching January 26th. I've been following Sam for a really long time, since like the beginning of her Bad Lash Instagram, so I was very hyped to see what this brand reveal was going to be. I've definitely had it in my mind as something I'll probably end up purchasing if it's something that I like, and it's exactly what I imagined it to be. For her, I was definitely expecting like luxury Glossier vibes, and I feel like that's exactly what we're getting here. And the first product is the Glow Lust, which is kind of described as like a liquid mixer product. I'm thinking kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury, is it called like the Airbrush Flawless Primer or something like that? It's like a glow liquid that you can use with skincare, under foundation, mixed into your foundation, over top of your foundation. And I was really excited about this because I've been wanting to get the Charlotte Tilbury one for months now. But I'm like, really? It's expensive. I'd rather find a smaller brand doing a similar thing. And it's just been something that's been on my wish list, but I haven't actively planned on purchasing. So when I saw this and thought maybe that's going to be like an alternative, I was really excited about it. It's still expensive. It's $45, but I'm okay with that because I'm excited to try this brand. And it has 35 milliliters of product, which I think when I looked it up is like 1.18 ounces or something like that. I plan on picking one up. I just feel like it's a product I could see myself using a lot, and it just seems like a really good fit. The next product is the Smoke Reflect eyeshadows, which contain a cream and a powder. They're little duos. Those ones are $39 each, and there are 3 shades. This is where I feel a little torn because they do look really, really beautiful. I really liked the super cool toned like pewter shade one. That really appeals to me, but given the price point, given how much special eyeshadow I have, in particular like just things that I love using as singles to amp up palettes already, I really, really don't need this. I can't justify paying $39 for it because I don't think I would get that much use out of it, as much as it looks beautiful, as much as I want to try it. I think if you're someone who would use this type of product every single day, it could be justified, but for me, it's not. However, I'm not sure how the launch is going to go down, and if it's like, get like a little bit more to do free shipping, maybe I would end up throwing one in my cart because I'm weak. Just gonna be honest now, I'm weak, so we'll see, but I definitely plan on picking up one of the Glow Lusts. I think it's a really beautiful launch. One thing I will say is because obviously with having Indie Makeup Spotlight, I see all of the criticism and I really just kind of let that comment section go. I don't add my opinion most of the time. I just add in information if it's needed. But I see a lot of comments that are like, wow, this is really high to start with as far as the price point goes, or that's a lot of money for a brand that doesn't have any products yet, or just like saying that it's a high price point to start out with. Those comments don't make sense to me because they launched now and it was like the primer was $20, but then down the road they do a bronzer and it's $45. Then people are going to be really, really mad because they're kind of setting their price point from the start. It doesn't make sense to slowly get more expensive over time. It's being kind of marketed as a luxury. So I just thought I would throw those 2 cents in there. Like, I completely understand it is a lot of money. It's not a cheap brand. It's not a super affordable brand by any means. Like, I underestimated how much I was gonna have to edit out coughing in this video, but moving on. Next, the most exciting release to me personally, and this is complete bias. I am biased here, I'll be the first to say it, but I'm so excited because I know it's been revealed now. You have all seen the beauty that is the Kaleidos collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist. I wasn't originally planning to talk about this in today's video because all I have right now is a sneak peek, and I'm terrible at secrets. I'm terrible, like I couldn't just sit here and lie and be like, oh, I wonder who that is. Like, I can't. So because this is being posted after the reveal, I'm really excited to edit it in, even though I don't have the official reveal photos yet. I am so excited about this. It's such a beautiful color story. I love Kaleidos. I love their formulas. I love Angie. Angelica started off as a YouTuber that I watched and enjoyed and looked up to, and has slowly become a really close friend, and I'm just so happy for her. I'm so proud. I'm so like, just all the good feels. I am receiving this in PR. I can't wait to do looks with it, but if I was not, I would 110,000% buy this myself. I'm just really, really happy about it. So I hope you guys are excited too. I think it's just a collaboration match made in heaven. I love getting to see my friends succeed, so this is just everything to me. Definitely gonna be a special eyeshadow palette just right off the bat, not even having touched it yet. I feel like I'm smiling so much it hurts right now. I could just keep going on about how excited I am about this release, but I think you guys get the point. Okay, next we have another collaboration reveal, and this is between Juvia's Place and Vanessa. Gyimah. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm not familiar with her, but I mean, this promo picture alone, she is so beautiful, it's ridiculous. So she came out with a 6-pan palette with Juvia's Place, and it's more of a neutral palette. It looks really, really cute. I'm personally going to pass on it just because of the pressed glitter, but it does look beautiful. And then she also released 2 different lip glosses. So there's one which is called Legit Nude, which looks like such a beautiful nude gloss. I haven't tried any glosses from Juvia's Place yet, and that one looks really, really pretty. So I could see potentially, if I make a future order from them, purchasing that one if it's still available, because I do like it, but it's not enough for me to make a whole order just for the one gloss. And then there's also the shade Naomi, which looks like a really beautiful kind of light mauve-y shade. Both really, really pretty. So congratulations to Vanessa. I'm really excited to see Juvia's Place doing so many different collaborations. Next we have some sneak peeks from Colored Raine. First, they are releasing new shades of their lip lacquer line, and it looks like it's going to be all nudes, and they look really, really beautiful. It's a stunning range. For me personally, I really like on the left all the way down the super, super light pale nude shade, and then also on the right all the way to the top, that kind of like coffee looking shade looks really, really nice as well. I haven't tried any of the lip lacquers from Colored Raine, so if you have, I'd be super curious to hear what you think about them, if they're a good formula, if they're worth trying, because this does look really, really pretty. And then they also did a little sneak peek of their new bronzer collection. So they're coming out with 6 new matte bronzers, and it looks like a beautiful shade range specifically for those who have a deep skin tone. For me personally, it's gonna be a pass just because there's not a shade that specifically matches me, but I really appreciate this launch, and I think that this is gonna be really amazing for a lot of people. Okay, so next we have a little sneak peek from Beauty Bar Baby, and this is their new foiled eyeshadow quad. When I looked at this, I didn't really know how to feel, because part of me is like, these shadows look really beautiful, like the texture, the shine, like they look like stunning neutrals, but also the like not completely neutral lover part of me. I know I go back and forth, but I'm kind of picky when it comes to golds. So I was looking at this and I'm like, they look very, very similar. So I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about this. Is this something as a neutral lover that you would like, that you would buy? Is it too similar for you? I think the textures look really pretty. For me, that would be a pass. All right, next we have a sneak peek from Oden's Eye. They said that they have Kiss of a Fairy lipsticks coming very soon, and you can kind of see from the photo there's like a mixture of, it looks like some red, some nudes. I actually have the full box of these lipsticks sitting next to me, and they are really beautiful, so I'm excited for you guys to see the full reveal, but I just wanted to show you that that is coming soon. Next, we have a reveal of some new palettes from Playing in Makeup by Yolanda, and it looks like a whole series of 6-pan monochromatic palettes. Right off the bat, looking at these, they do look really pretty. They definitely grab my attention, especially the purple, the blue, the green. They look very pretty. I saw a lot of people comparing them to the Juvias Place 6-pan palettes. Of course, I can see that given the monochromaticness, the packaging, but these look different than the Juvia's Place ones, just in like the actual colors. I actually think I like these color stories a little bit better, but it looks like there's a pressed glitter in nearly every single one of these, so it is going to be a pass for me, but I do think that this launch is visually pleasing to the eye. And then next we have something that I went back and forth on for a second, because I was like, it's kind of cute, but I don't need it. It's not exactly how I would curate this. So I had some thoughts. I feel silly even telling you guys about it in this video because they're sold out now, but I did get some tags like, were you able to resist? How did you feel about this? This is the Beautonomy Harry Styles collection. So they released 3 different palettes. There was the Watermelon Sugar High, the Treat People with Kindness, and the Harry Says Treat People with Kindness. It's like Simon Says, but better. And they all had 8 different shadows in them, and the names were really cute because they kind of corresponded with the song. Like one said Treat People with Kindness, and the other said A Place to Feel Good, which is lyrics from the song. And it was cute. I could see that, but the actual color stories were nothing of what I would have imagined. Like Watermelon Sugar High being a neutral palette, it's actually the middle one on the left. No, like what part of that palette screams Watermelon Sugar High to you? Because I don't see it. So part of me wanted to buy it because I liked the magnetic palettes and I thought I could pop the colors out and just keep them. But then I went on their website and they were like $32 each. Shipping was like $20, and I'm like, I can't pay over $100 for some empty magnetic palettes that I'm going to pull the shadows out of anyways. So I was like, you know what, I just need to do a DIY and like make my own version and do it better. So I decided to pass on these. Next we have a palette that is absolutely stunning. Okay, where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? I found it. All is well. This is the new Nomad Land of Fire and Ice, although it says Land Elds and East, I'm guessing, because this is the Iceland inspired palette. I did receive this in PR, and I'm not kidding, it killed me not to film with this right away because I think it's my favorite color story that Nomad Cosmetics has done yet. So I'm gonna do a video on it soon. It's so pretty. But here's what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful in person. The different snowflakes and the lava inspired looking shadows, little gnome looking shadows, like I can't. And the packaging looking like lava on the inside and then ice on the outside. This is just beautiful. I definitely would have purchased it myself if I hadn't been sent it because I love the blues and the green. I love that it's like this pop of warm in the middle, and I don't know, I have high expectations, and there's no satins in this palette and no beiges. So I'm very excited about it, and hopefully if I'm feeling better tomorrow too, if this doesn't strain my voice too much, I'm gonna film with that tomorrow because I'm just dying to get my grubby little fingers in those shadows. Oh God, my voice. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and not have a voice. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, all right. I'll just kind of put this all together because goodness gracious, there have been so many different lip care releases. I mean, I know it's dead of winter, like I need lip care. Actually, I don't need lip care. Before I even talk about these releases, I feel like I just need to take like a long, hard stare at the drawer that I have already full of lip scrubs and lip balms. I don't need anything else. I'm telling myself this. Anyways, what I was starting to say there is it is winter, so it makes sense, but it's also kind of overwhelming. So first, this is probably what I would go for if I was buying any, because the Lip Bar is a brand I want to try, and also this was like the most affordable option, but they came out with new tinted shimmer balms and also a Pamper Yourself lip care kit, which had a serum and a scrub, and I think that was only like $11 for the serum scrub combo, which is not bad at all. So that definitely appealed to me, although I'm not going to buy it right now because like I said, don't need it. Dose of Colors also released new lip balms that are in peach and clear. They were described as vegan ultra hydrating lip balms. Sounds nice. I don't need it. Kylie Skin released a new lip oil. Don't need it. Lawless Beauty released a new plumping treatment gloss. Don't need it. Sigma released a lip care collection. Don't need it. If you're in the market for lip care right now, it is your time to shine. But for me, I'm just gonna try and pretend like none of that launched. And then next we have a new collection here from Vive Cosmetics, and I was definitely excited about this because they're releasing their Sin Limites collection. It's all red lipsticks and it's supposed to be like a red for everybody, expanding their line. I know they already have quite a few red liquid lipsticks, but these look really, really beautiful. I am slightly torn on buying this because part of me really wants to try their liquid lipstick formula. I've been loving wearing a red lip, obviously, but also I'm trying to be selective about what I buy. So please let me know, would you like to see a video on this, like a lip swatch review? I could maybe do lip swatches of my other lipsticks from Vive Cosmetics and put it all together because they are a really great brand that I definitely recommend checking out if you haven't heard of them before. I really like what they stand for. I might pick these up. I'm undecided. I don't know. We'll see. It's launching January 15th. Oh, that's tomorrow. Man, you guys aren't even going to be able to give me your feedback in time. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. So next we have a new launch from Midas Cosmetics that I was really excited about, specifically because the last palette that they did, I actually have it right in front of me, their Artistry Volume 2 palette. I think that this is the best formula that Midas Cosmetics has done yet. It's just super, super good. Some of their other palettes in the past I've talked about the mattes being a little bit more thin. Not my favorite matte formula ever, but these are bomb. So I was really, really excited to see what they do next and if they're going to continue with this amazing formula. So they released two different nude palettes. They're called the Unveiled Berry Nude and Cool Nude palettes. So I do think that these look really beautiful. Looking at them, I really like them. The Berry Nude, I'm not as enthralled with just because those have not been my tones recently. The Cool Nude one I really like because it looks like there's a lot of like true neutral browns instead of being like a super gray cool tone palette. The only thing I don't like is that there are some pops of warm tones, and I wish, just because I've been loving cool tones so much, that it was just cool tones all around. I believe on their website it's described as having 3 pops of warm tones. It does look cooler swatched out than it does in the palette. That's kind of just my thoughts on the color stories. I would have bought the Cool Nude one, but both of them are actually sitting at my P.O. box right now, so I will go pick them up eventually. But I did just want to throw in that I was talking to Karen Harris because she's loving the Artistry Volume 2 palette as well, and she said that these new ones are the same formula, so I was very, very hyped about that. All right, next we have a sneak peek from Drench Cosmetics, and this looks beautiful. So this is just some swatches of, I'm guessing, an upcoming eyeshadow palette. Drench Cosmetics is a brand that I learned about a few months ago, and I've shared their other palettes in the past. They've come out with 2 like more neutral kind of palettes, and I've kind of been like, I really want to try them. This looks pretty, but it's not exactly for me. It's not tugging on my heartstrings. But this one, I'm like, yes, this is beautiful. I love all the cool tone purples in here. I do see the vibes of Lunar Beauty Moonspell a little bit, especially with the purples and the teal next to one another. But overall, I think that this is a really beautiful color story, and I definitely see myself purchasing this whenever it does eventually become available, because right now I don't know the launch date. I don't even know what it's called. All I know is that it's pretty and I really like the color story. All right, so let's see. Next, I'm so excited about this. It's just a little tiny sneak peek, but Gabby, the owner of Alamar, posted on one of the like little 2020 favorites things. On the bottom it said highlighter, and she said the ones Alamar Cosmetics is dropping mid 2021. This made me really happy because I've seen her doing lots of sneak peeks for La Costa, which is a eyeshadow that was in the original Reina del Caribe Volume 1, and people love using it as a highlight. So she's been showing all different formulas of La Costa, different color versions of La Costa. Should it be the eyeshadow formula? Should it be the highlight? Like just going back and forth, all focused on that one shade. So I was really happy to see her say the ones the Alamar is dropping. I'm glad they're doing more than the just La Costa, because I'm glad they're doing more than just La Costa, and I would be really excited if they did highlighter palettes just like they've done for their bronzer and their blush collections and release them in 3 different shade ranges. Obviously mid-2021 is months away, but I'm pretty sure that I will end up purchasing one of the highlights whenever they launch. Okay, next we have a new palette from Violet Voss, and this is the Wild, oh wait, does that say Windflower? Oh, Windflower. I definitely thought it was Wildflower, and I was like having 5 seconds of summer playing in my head, but Windflower, I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna have to Google it. But this is a new neutral palette. It's one of the fun size mini palettes by Violet Voss, so I'm assuming it's like, I think those are like normally like $18, not a bad price, and they're normally like a really cute tiny little palette. And looking at this, I don't feel the urge to buy it, but I do think it's a cute neutral palette. Like I saw a lot of people like roasting this, but I think it's kind of cute. All right, we've got 2 mainstream releases to mention really quickly. First is the new collection from Anastasia. I don't even know what this is called exactly, but I got tagged in it, so I just wanted to mention really quickly. I was asked if I would review this highlighter, and I really don't have any interest in purchasing from Anastasia right now. I just feel like the last year, like they've done some shady things. The releases they've had just haven't spoken to me. And even looking at this, like I feel like it's kind of silly because people are like, we want more of the Amrezy highlighter. We want this highlighter in all different shades. And it's like, here's the whitest white highlight of this formula, and that's it. Like I just feel like it's silly not to just release that highlight as a line instead of just doing this one really white shade. I haven't seen it swatched out, but if it's just a plain white, I'm very happy with Ofra Glazed Donut. If it's a white to gold, I'm happy with my Lunar Beauty highlighter. I can't even remember the name off the top of my head, but I just don't feel any desire to purchase this. There's also some glosses. There's like some eyebrow freezy thing, but just none of it really appeals to me. And then there's a new release from e.l.f. They have released a bunch of new bite-sized face duos, and it looks like they're available at Ulta already. I believe that these are like $3.50 each. I actually have the original 10 e.l.f. sent me in PR. I'm looking at these and I'm trying to see the difference from the original ones. I just feel like there's not enough difference in all of these colors, and then adding it to the 10 that they already have to justify there being 20. I mean, I guess in a way it's nice because it's so affordable. There's so many different options, but for me, like it's a little bit overwhelming because it's just like so much, so similar. Like how do you even decide what to pick out? I guess it'd be easier if you were able to see them in person. But for me, just like for that reason alone, these are going to be a pass. And like I said, I already have the original 10. So like I'm good. Like that's 40 shades in total. Like that's actually pretty awesome for an affordable brand. Like I said, lots and lots of options. I'm just overwhelmed by it. I feel like I saved something on my Instagram that I wanted to talk about. Let me see. This is from BH Cosmetics, and this is their new travel series. I understand the jokes that people are like, really, the travel series right now? They probably had this in production a long time ago. The reason I saved this post is because I feel like this eyeshadow palette looks like the uglier, like stepsister version of the Glamlight Ice Cream Dreams palette. Do you see it too, or is it just me? I feel like I see it so clearly. This whole collection is a pass for me. It doesn't really appeal to me, but I just couldn't help but see the resemblance between that palette and the Glamlight one. So those are all the releases that I have to talk about today. I feel kind of happy with myself because I'm looking at all of the things I talked about And although, to be fair, some of it's being sent to me NPR, which does make a difference to what I'm purchasing, I feel like I'm not doing that bad. The only thing I've bought this year so far was a blush and a lip gloss from Rare Beauty. But from this, I think I'm gonna pick up the Auric Liquid Glow Mixer thing, the Drench palette when it launches, and then probably the Sin Limites collection because it just looks really nice. So overall, I feel like that's not that bad, right? That's not that bad. So I would love to know how you're doing, if you're liking any releases, if you're buying any releases, if you're on a no buy, a low buy. I'd love to have a conversation with you down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.